Hello, today I will tell you a movie. Jason Statham's action film, The Mechanic 2, Resurrection. Let's start exploring the movie together. The content is a continuation of Part 1. This is the dangerous assassin Arthur Bishop. Since completing the last mission, Arthur bought a boat in the Brazilian harbor and become a mysterious boat driver. However, even if Arthur disappeared from the world of assassins, it is inevitable that many people still come looking. That day, as usual, Arthur came to the restaurant to eat. As he sat down, a beautiful girl sat beside him. She told Arthur that she knew he was a professional killer. She wants him back in the killer world to help her kill 3 people. And it must create an accident. If Arthur does not agree, she will reveal information about his current secret whereabouts. Then his life will once again be disturbed. But actually she's coming here to disturb his beautiful life. Although it is difficult to deny the beautiful girl in front of her. But who is Arthur? Where is he so easily threatened by others? The girl led the other assassins to fight with Arthur. Arthur jumped from the cable car restaurant down to a paraglider that was flying by. So he got rid of the girl. But when he got home, Arthur discovered that his house had an intruder. Alright, then he can only activate the bombs, explode them to death. That night, Arthur broke through all of his information papers. Then he sailed to Thailand to find old friends, May. May is the girl Arthur once saved his life. Then she moved to Koh Lipe Island to start a new life. She bought land and started running a resort business. Arthur is a regular guest here. He transferred equipment that has been idle for a while. Based on those equipment, he had investigated the beautiful girl information yesterday. She is a subordinate of the human trafficking boss, Crane. She also has a mysterious relationship with Crane. The next day, a girl appeared on the island. She went onto the island and asked May to give her some medicine and quietly left. That night, May discovered, the early morning girl who had come to take the medicine was suffering from domestic violence. May asked Arthur to help board that boat to investigate and save people. Arthur was an assassin, so he punched the other man once. He was dead. While handling the body, he also played music for him. What kind of man is this? After saving the girl, Arthur has found a passport and a phone. The girl's name is Gina on the passport. But what surprised him is that on Gina's phone there was a picture of him. This made Arthur realize that this girl here did not mean well. After a while of interrogation, Arthur learned that Gina was also the one Crane sent. And her plan is to use beauty plans with Arthur. Then take Gina hostage to make Arthur work for Crane. A few days later, Arthur discovered that Gina was a member of the CIA. In order to support orphans like Gina, she chose to leave the CIA. But a few weeks ago, a close colleague of hers was kidnapped and killed. Crane came to her if she didn't listen to him. Sooner or later her shelter becomes a cemetery. In order to protect the poor children there, Gina has come here to approach Arthur. In order to deceive the supervisor Crane sent, Arthur had to play a love drama with Gina. After a day of passionate love, it seems that these 2 people actually gave birth to love. That night, Arthur told Gina his story. He was also an orphan before, with Crane being sold to a gang of gangsters. Later, he thought of a way and escaped. Crane almost got beaten to death because of Arthur escaping. Therefore, Crane always wants revenge against Arthur. Arthur's secret made Gina even more sympathetic to the man in front of him. Having feelings is okay. Why are you hugging and kissing people so dearly? Is Arthur such an easy person? Then I am not clumsy with you anymore. The 2 of them had spent a passionate night. Arthur removed the watch his father gave out, then put the watch on Gina's hand. The next day, Crane's subordinates had indeed arrived. After they took Gina hostage, Arthur was also taken to Crane's lair. As planned, Crane told Arthur if he wanted to save Gina. Then he has to help Crane go kill 3 people. Those 3 are all very dangerous, and very difficult to complete this quest. Arthur's next target is Krill. He opened a weapon shop in Malaysia. Because his enemies were too many, he had to hide in prison. This prison is completely isolated from the outside world and is surrounded by the sea. And around often sharks appear. To be able to infiltrate here, Arthur must disguise as a criminal on the run. He was deliberately wandering the streets waiting to be arrested. And as expected, he quickly entered the prison. But even in prison, Krill had a bunch of juniors following. And they always went to guard Krill's side. According to the plan, Arthur will take action to deal with Krill's enemies. So he gained Krill's trust. In order to repay Arthur for saving his life, Krill decided to invite Arthur to his room with him for dinner. Being in the same room as the assassin of course had no end. Arthur, when Krill didn't notice, knocked him out. That gave him a pile of poison. So a case is made up of it like an accident. Arthur was also about to leave this place. He took the dynamite hidden in the gum box to break the wall of the prison. He then jumped onto the boat Crane had sent to pick him up. Because of successfully completing the mission, Arthur was given a chance to speak with Gina. After learning that Gina is still safe, Arthur is about to set out to kill the second target. It was an Australian mining magnate named Cook. But in reality, all of his wealth is earned through human trafficking. especially thanks to the trafficking of teenage girls. Compared to dealing with krill, this target was considered far more dangerous. In addition, Cook has a special hobby. On the rooftop of the building he was in, there was a swimming pool. Anyway, he jumped down there and swam at a fixed time. The building's access control is so strict that it is normally difficult to mix in here. But Arthur is not an ordinary person. He disguised himself as a real estate agent, choosing to buy a room just below Cook's room. While examining the room, he sneaks a snapshot of the building manager's key. To go home and make another key like that. The next day, while Cook was out, Arthur disguised as a repairman and blended into the building. He then smashed open the glass doors, climbed upstairs, and installed the dynamite on the bottom of Cook's swimming pool. When Cook swam toward the center, it would break the glass and be swept down. And will follow the stream of water falling to the ground. Mission completed again, Arthur has the opportunity to talk to Gina. This time, Arthur saw the cue that Gina revealed to him in camera. Based on the ship's number in the camera, Arthur had figured out the location where Gina was held. Although Arthur's fighting skills are very skilled, but because the opponent is too crowded. So Arthur was finally caught by them. This time, not only could not save Gina, but even Arthur was captured by them. Then he can only obediently obey Crane and complete the task. Time is limited, Arthur had to quickly find the ultimate goal. Usually the people who showed up at the last minute were high-level bosses. This man was Max Adams, the boss of an intercontinental arms trade system. He built himself a castle with an intricate structure, and was strictly guarded. Many people who want to infiltrate here must accept death. But everything in the world has traces, nothing cannot be found. Arthur discovered, this castle is located next to a hospital. And they have a close partnership. So, Arthur sneaked into the hospital, lying on the rooftop holding a sniper gun. With extremely far distance, but Arthur can still shoot and kill a patrol on the castle. Then he boarded the hospital's rescue helicopter. And so Arthur can easily jump to the rooftop of the castle. But after meeting Max, Arthur didn't go out with him. And he was doing a deal with Max. Instead of having to die at the hands of Arthur, he could act with Arthur in a play. So he is not only safe, but also kills rival Crane. Max without thinking, such a rare condition, how could he refuse? He collaborated with Arthur in a play that was blown to death. But Crane wasn't stupid either, he demanded to see Max's body that Gina was released. Then he sent a group of people to find Max's body, convenient to kill Arthur. But Arthur was not so easy to be killed. Arthur is a professional assassin, those people are not Arthur's opponents. The entire result failed at the hands of Arthur. Crane knew about this, extremely angry. Realizing Arthur's abilities were too dangerous, Crane had to use the last resort. To live, Crane had to use Gina to make Arthur face. Who was Arthur? Suddenly he rose out of the water and killed the guards. And Gina also started to counterattack. Crane, when Gina wasn't paying attention, stabbed her and went to the surveillance room. He knew Arthur was on a boat, so he set up a timer bomb, then got ready to run off the boat. Arthur also found Gina now. He put Gina in the lifeboat, and he stayed behind to handle Crane. Crane was about to leave the boat when Arthur caught him and fought for a match. He used his technique to tie up Crane. Crane was tied up, witnessed Arthur running from the train. In the end, a huge explosion blew the ship into a pile of scrap metal. Arthur died, also no one knows. Everything gradually returned to a state of peace. Gina continued with her career of bringing up orphans. On a warm sunny day, her handsome man returned. It turns out, when the boat exploded, Arthur was hiding in a small boat. That's why he survived the explosion. The movie here is the end. The Mechanic 2, Resurrection, was released in 2016. The plot has a heroic penchant for saving beauties. The action is nothing to argue with, because the person playing it is Jason Statham, the super popular transporter. His muscular body seemed to glow, making even me a fan of him for a moment. Today's movie comes here only. Remember to like and share to support the next JTeam movies offline.